Good evening, friends. Today's our discussion will be the Microeconomics Unit 1, that is Consumer Behavior Theory. I will try to give a detailed lecture on the consumer behavior theory. We should have some introduction to the consumer behavior. So friends, we will try to understand what is consumer behavior theory and how it explains the individuals to make a choice to allocate their limited income among various goods and services in order to maximize their satisfaction, or you can say utility. Now, key questions. What can be the key question? What is the given limited resources? And how does the consumer decide what to buy and how much to buy and in what proportion? We shall study this consumer theory in detail with some basic assumption that first, consumer are rational, means he wants to maximize his utility. Second assumption is income is limited. As you know, every person income is limited. Third assumption, price of goods are given and known. All the consumer understand what is the market price. And fourth assumption is taste and preferences are stable. Just for analysis, we assume that taste and preferences are constant among the consumer. If we take an example, student has a rupees 100 and must choose between buying books and snacks. So how much of each will maximize his satisfaction? Means how much he spent to maximize his satisfaction, or you can say his utility. So please write in the comment box. Now we will discuss marginal cardinal utility approach analysis. What is marginal cardinal utility approach? If I define it, it assumes that utility or satisfaction can be measured numerically in utils. To understand, we should understand some key principle, that is law of diminishing marginal utility. Means as more and more units of goods are consumed, additional unit from each decreases. Means when consumer consume more goods, his utility will fall. Next concept or law, you can say law of Equi-Marginal utility. It is also called Gaussian second law. It says that consumer attain maximum satisfaction when the marginal utility per rupee spent on each goods is equal. Means marginal utility on money is equal, or you can say marginal utility of money remain constant. For this we shall take a equation, marginal utility of money, or you can say MUX upon PX equal to MUM, and MUY upon PY equal to MUM. Means marginal utility of the consumer remain constant. Some criticize marginal utility concepts, or you can say cardinal concept. Means utility cannot be measured objectively. We can take the example, eating a slice of pizza. First slice give high utility, second give less, and third even less. And the same point, marginal utility will become zero or negative. Means when we consume more unit of pizza, its marginal utility will fall, or even it can be a zero. Friends, next concept is ordinal utility approach. This approach is called indifference curve analysis. Consumer cannot measure utility but can rank preferences. That is called ordinal measurement. Means he will rank each and every concepts of what he prefer. Like rank 1, rank 2. It is a common concept or a modern concept. Everyone understands the ranks. What is indifference curve? Means when we try to understand the ordinal concept, we take indifference curve as a study. So indifference curve shows the combinations of two goods that give equal satisfaction to the consumer, and he remain indifferent across any number of combinations. If we understand the property, indifference curve slope downward. It shows trade-off between the two goods, X goods and Y goods. Second property, higher indifference curve means higher utility. When we move to higher indifference curve from say IC1 to IC2, we get higher utility. Indifference curve are convex to the origin. It is due to diminishing marginal rate of substitution. Marginal rate of substitution is the difference between change in Y to the change in X. We can say MRS equal to del Y upon del X. IC never intersect with each other. So now we understand the concept of marginal rate of substitution, MRS. It is the rate at which consumer is willing to sacrifice one goods for another while keeping his utility constant. That is MRS. So MRS is change in Y to the change in X or delta Y upon delta X. Now the next concept is budget line. Budget line represent all possible combination of two goods that consumer can buy within his own income and the prices. Every household make a budget within his income and the price of the goods. So if we state the equation M equal to Px into Qx plus Py into Qy. Now the next concept come for the is consumer equilibrium or Hickson condition. It states that the equilibrium slope of indifference curve should equal to slope of budget line. Means MRS XY should equal to Px upon Py. It is the condition of consumer equilibrium. Suppose for example with rupees 100, if book costs 20 and snacks cost 10, the budget line equation can be M equal to Px into Qx plus Py into Qy. You can substitute to get the amount of money. Next concept is income effect and substitution effects, and we can say price effect also. So price effects is the change in quantity demand due to change in the price of goods. Means how much there is a change in quantity when there is a change in the price is called price effect. Substitution effect, when the price of goods fall, it becomes cheaper relative to other goods. So consumer will substitute it for other goods. Consumer will buy some other goods, say Y. Now another concept is income effect. Fall in the price increase the real income or purchasing power of the consumer. Consumer will buy more. So if we say price effect is equal to substitution effect plus income effect, means if we have combined substitution with income effect, we get price effect. Now there are different goods called normal goods, inferior goods. If we say for inferior goods, positive and income effect will be negative. For the given good, income effects will dominate and its demand curve will slope upward. For example, if we say fall in the price of a rice, poor household will buy more rice. But if a rice is a given good, they may buy less rice and switch to superior foods like wheat. So this is substitution effect and income effect. So students, I am giving you a rough broad idea of the consumer behavior theory. If you like it, please subscribe it for our coming video in which we will given detail about consumer behavior. The next concept is Hickson and Slutsky decomposition effect. Hickson approach, also called compensating variation. It means that consumer is compensated to stay on the same indifference curve after the price change. And Slutsky approach is called compensated demand by adjusting income so that consumer can buy the same bundle as before the price change. Friends, we are trying to understand the consumer behavior theory. Now, if we say what will be the next concept is our revealed preference theory. It is given by Samuelson. It states that instead of utility, consumer choices reveal preferences directly. Means consumer give its choice directly. Means they reveal it. Here are some axioms of revealed preference theory. First axiom is weak axiom of revealed preference theory, that is called WARP, W-A-R-P. Next is strong axiom of revealed preference theory, that is called SARP. Its main merit is it requires no assumption of measurability. We have not to measure the measurability. Limitation, it cannot explain the given goods properly. For example, if we say consumer choose a bundle A over B when both are affordable, means consumer is revealing A, so he will reveal A is revealed over B. Now there are some modern development in consumer theories also. It is a new concept, you try to understand it. First is Lancaster characteristics approach. Means what he say that consumer derive utility from a characteristics of goods. For example, vitamins in food, horsepower in cars. Next concept come Baker household production model. Here household combined market goods with time to produce a commodity. For example, we can take cooking food equal to grocery plus time. Means if we prepare any goods, we need grocery and time to prepare it. Next concept is behavior economics. Consumer not are always rational. Before we think that consumer are rational, consumer are not always rational. Means they are bounded rationality. If we say its application, it apply in deriving demand curve from indifference curve analysis. Means it help in deriving demand curve from IC, indifference curve. Second, it helps in price, income and cross elasticity of demand. Through market demand versus individual demand, we can understand market demand versus individual demand through this theory. Next come the concept is consumer surplus concept. It is given by Marshall. If we define or try to define it, it says that extra utility gained over above the price paid. So means consumer surplus, you can say that extra what we pay or extra what we save from the market. Means suppose for example you can take suppose your mother give you rupees 100 to buy a certain potatoes, but from your bargaining you take it for 90 rupees. 10 rupees is your consumer surplus. Means actually what you want to pay and what you pay, the difference is called consumer surplus. Next come the concept of Hickson compensating and equivalent variation. It measures the welfare change using indifference curve analysis. Means how much there is change in welfare. For example, if a person is willing to pay 100 rupees for some concert ticket, but market price is 60, so consumer surplus is 40. Means he is actually paying, prior to paying 100 rupees, but market price is 60, so his surplus will come as rupees 40. So if we conclude, we can say that consumer theory provides the foundation for the demand analysis. It involves from cardinal utility, Marshall moves to ordinal utility like Hickson indifference curve analysis. It moves to reveal preference theory by Samuelson. Then again it moves towards modern behavior approaches. So, students, I have given you a net summary, or you can say a introductory part of the consumer analysis. For detailed version, please subscribe for our upcoming videos so that you can understand the concept of consumer behavior theory. The consumer behavior theory is very important for any examination point of view, also competitive papers. So students, in our next videos, we will try to explain each and every part in the detail. This is the introductory video, so I have explained overview of the consumer behavior theory. If you like this video, please subscribe and share with your friends. Thank you very much.